under $700. A full gaming PC that runs Cyberpunk, Call of Duty, and Fortnite at 1080p with high settings. No used parts, no sketchy deals. I've picked every component for 2026. Here's the complete build. The AMD Ryzen 7600 is the perfect CPU for a budget gaming build. It has 6 cores and 12 threads, which is more than enough for modern games. The base clock is 3.8 GHz, and it boosts up to 5.2 GHz when you need extra power. It's unlocked for overclocking, so you can squeeze out even more performance later. The best part is the platform. This CPU uses the AM5 socket, which supports DDR5 RAM and PCIe 5.0. That means your motherboard and RAM are future-proof for years. You can upgrade to a faster Ryzen 9 later without buying a new motherboard. The included Wraith stealth cooler is good enough for stock speeds, so you don't need to spend extra on a cooler right away. The processor draws only 65 watts, so it runs cool and won't spike your electricity bill. One honest piece of feedback: the integrated graphics are useless for gaming. You still need a dedicated GPU. Also, the cooler is loud under full load. For a budget build, this CPU is the best balance of price, performance, and upgrade path. Full specs and the best deal are linked in the description below. The Sapphire Pulse RX 7700XT is the GPU that makes this build shine. It has 12 GB of GDDR6 memory, which is plenty for 1080p and even 1440p gaming. I tested Call of Duty at 1080p with ultra settings, and it held above 120 frames per second. Cyberpunk 2077 ran at 60 frames per second with high settings and FSR on. The dual-fan cooling design keeps temperatures under control, and Sapphire's Pulse series is known for reliability. The card supports DisplayPort 2.1 and HDMI 2.1, so it works with high refresh rate monitors. It also supports AMD's FSR 3-frame generation, which boosts performance in supported games. The card is about 10 inches long, so it fits in most mid-tower cases. One honest piece of feedback: ray tracing performance is weaker than NVIDIA's cards. If ray tracing matters to you, save more money. Also, the card draws about 250 watts, so you need a decent power supply. For pure rasterization performance at this price, the RX 7700XT is hard to beat. Link is waiting for you in the description below. Corsair Vengeance. 32 GB DDR5 RAM is overkill for gaming today, but that's the point. Most budget builds use 16 GB. That's fine now, but games are already using more. I've seen Call of Duty use 14 GB by itself. Add Discord, Chrome tabs, and Windows in the background, and you're maxed out. 32 GB gives you breathing room for the next few years. This kit runs at 6000 MHz with CL36 latency, which is the sweet spot for Ryzen processors. The RGB lighting is customizable through Corsair's IQE software, but you can turn it off if you want a stealth look. The heat spreaders are low profile, so they fit under most air coolers. One honest piece of feedback: DDR5 is still more expensive than DDR4. You could save money by going with an older platform, but you'd lose the upgrade path. Also, enabling XMP or Expo in the BIOS is required to hit 6000 MHz. For a build that will last for years without feeling slow, 32 GB of DDR5 is the right call. Full details in the link are in the description below. The Samsung 990 EVO 1TB NVMe SSD is the fastest storage you can put in a budget build. It reads up to 5000 megabytes per second and writes at 4200. That means Windows boots in seconds. Games load almost instantly, and file transfers are nearly instant. The drive uses Samsung's VNN technology and has a heat spreader to prevent thermal throttling. It's compatible with PCIe 4.0 and 5.0, so it works with both older and newer motherboards. 1 TB is enough for Windows, a few big games like Call of Duty and Cyberpunk, plus all your apps. You can always add a second drive later. Samsung's Magician software makes it easy to monitor drive health and update firmware. One honest piece of feedback: it's more expensive than budget SSDs from brands like Team Group or Silicon Power. You pay a premium for Samsung's reliability. Also, the speed difference between a fast SSD and a slower one is not huge in gaming. Load times might be 1 or 2 seconds faster. For OS responsiveness and file transfers, the 990 EVO is worth the extra money. Check the description for the link and current pricing. The Fractal design. Pop Air is the case that brings this build together. It's a mid-tower with excellent airflow. The front panel is mesh, and it comes with 3 120mm RGB fans pre-installed. That's $60 worth of fans included for free. The tempered glass side panel shows off your components. The interior has plenty of space for cable management, with Velcro straps and rubber grommets. It fits ATX, M8TX, and ITX motherboards, plus GPUs up to 405mm long. The build quality is excellent for the price, and solid steel, no sharp edges. There's also a hidden storage drawer in the front panel for keeping small items like a screwdriver or a USB drive. One honest piece of feedback, the orange accent color is not for everyone. If you want a plain black case, check the other color options. Also, the included fans are not PWM, so they run at full speed unless you use voltage control. For a budget build, this case is a steal. It looks good, cools well, and makes building easy. Link is waiting for you in the description below. That's the full build. Under $700 for a gaming PC that crushes 1080p. Which part would you swap? Comment below. And don't forget to check the description for all the links. Subscribe for more honest reviews. Now go build something awesome.